For our next segment, I'd like to bring out three of my fellow Hall of Fame partners. Please welcome the Hall of Fame Committee Chairwoman, Ms. Linda Cubero, and to induct the next Hall of Fame members, please welcome the Chair of the HENAAC Hall of Fame Committee, Dr. Dan Arvizu, the Director of the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, and also Adalio Sanchez, who you met earlier, so that we can induct three outstanding people into the HENAAC Hall of Fame. Please join me in welcoming them.
In 2006, the University of Toronto appointed Dr. Cristina Amon as the Dean of Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering. Since then, the U of T has become a global intellectual hub for interdisciplinary research and education, and research and graduate programs have experienced unprecedented growth, including an increase of over 50% in the number of doctoral students and more than double the number of professional master's students. She leads one of the world's most distinguished engineering schools, overseeing 750 faculty, researchers, and staff, 5,000 undergraduates, and 2,000 graduates, and an annual budget of $250 million. Dr. Amon's research pioneered the development of computational fluid dynamics for formulating and solving thermal design problems subject to multidisciplinary competing constraints. More recently, her research group has been focused on developing numerical algorithms for submicron and nanoscale heat transport in semiconductors. This work will help usher in the next generation of consumer electronics. She has contributed 12 book chapters, one McGraw-Hill custom textbook, and over 250 refereed articles in education and research literature. Dr. Amon has received several awards from the American Society of Engineering Education, including the prestigious 1997 George Westinghouse and the 2002 Ralph Coates Rowe Awards. In 2003, she received the Hispanic Engineer National Achievement Education Award. And in 2005, she was named one of America's most important Hispanics in technology and business. This Uruguay native received her mechanical engineering degree from Venezuela's Simón Bolívar University in 1981, and after 2 years of engineering practice and teaching, continued her education at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where she learned her master's and her science doctorate degrees in 1985 and in 1988, respectively. Esteemed guests, friends, and colleagues, it is my privilege to induct Dr. Cristina Amon into the HENAAC Hall of Fame.
Buenas noches. It humbles me to be in the company of so many amazing men and women who have received tonight's awards, and to others inductees to the Hall of Fame in prior years. Congratulations to the other awardees who have demonstrated their tremendous commitment and leadership in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The STEM field is changing rapidly, with new advances, discoveries, and technologies emerging every day. These advances are based on traditional values that have inspired scientists and engineers since the beginning: curiosity, passion, and creativity. To find not only how things work, but also to make the world work better. To bring new ideas to life, and to shape our future. I believe it was that curiosity and passion that inspired me to become an engineer. And with the support, as many of you have stated already, from parents, mentors, and teachers earlier in my life, and my husband and children more recently, I have been able to fulfill this aspiration. I believe that family support is one of the strongest values of the Hispanic community that can help our society prosper along with the hard work and the strong sense of community. By their example, my parents and teachers instilled those values in me. And it is my goal now to pass those values to thousands of students with the privilege that I have to serve and lead the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering at the University of Toronto. I'm proud to say that both of my children have also chosen the engineering path. Thank you again for these tremendous honors, and congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations again, Dr. Amon. Our next Hall of Fame inductees just found out about their induction 2 days ago, and we intentionally did that. The Hall of Fame committee and the board of directors had to keep our rather rigorous induction process a secret from them for 2 reasons. First, we wanted to surprise them, but we also didn't want to give them an opportunity to turn us down and decline induction. And believe me, when I first started telling them 2 nights ago, Ray's like, no, no, no. Because anyone who knows Ray and Carmela, Mellado, understands that above all other outstanding qualities they possess, their humility and desire to shine the spotlight on others is at the top of their list. And what a list it is. Ray, in his heart, is a coach. Football, basketball, sales and marketing, education programs, publishing, it doesn't matter. He can assemble a team in any arena and figure out how to coach them to win. His management style, his strategic thinking and planning, and his ability to articulate a vision and then motivate and inspire the best out of his players and his colleagues. To achieve this vision would impress any NFL executive or corporate CEO. Carmela, in her heart, is a writer, and she understands the power of stories to inspire people, especially true stories of overcoming challenges to achieve one's dreams. But more than that, she has the talent and the passion to tell them in a way that lights a spark in the people who need to hear those stories the most. And she's been telling these stories of America's best Hispanic engineers and scientists since the early 1980s, when she helped the California Association of Mexican American Contractors and the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers launch their first national newsletters and publications. In 1998, to commemorate the 10th anniversary, they had an idea to form a Hall of Fame to showcase the best of HENAAC's award winners on a permanent basis. Dr. Michael Carroll, retired dean of Rice University, advised them early on and insisted on it that they implement a peer-reviewed induction process, similar to the National Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Science. The criteria demands that inductees, quote, achieve a level of excellence that opens doors to advances in science, technology, engineering, and math, and opens minds about the contributions of Hispanics in these fields, unquote. And in Dr. Carroll's own words, no one anywhere in America has opened more doors or more minds than Ray and Carmela Mellado. Think of all the thousands of students and professionals who have walked through the doors of this event and have been moved and inspired by the power of the stories of our winners who started or accelerated their careers here at the HENAAC conference, and the thousands more who have read TECHNiCA magazine or attended a Viva Technology program or have seen a STEM Up public awareness campaign. Carmela likes to say, it's been a 25-year journey of discovery, but what it's really been is an almost 3-decade-long crusade to inspire more Hispanics and minorities to pursue degrees and careers in STEM and to support them with programs and resources along the way. In 1985, they co-founded Hispanic Engineer magazine with Tyrone Taborn at Career Communications Group to tell the stories of successful Latino engineers and scientists to a national audience. And then in 1989, they launched the HENAAC conference and what would become the Great Minds in STEM organization to encourage and motivate our youth to enter STEM career fields and to honor the best of those engineers and scientists our community has to offer. Along the way, through the hard work and dedication of the staff and board of directors, Ray and Carmela have inspired the organization, and the organization has developed a comprehensive set of education programs, scholarships, recognition platforms, TECHNiCA magazine, and other important initiatives and products that have turned the vision into a reality. So here we are 25 years later. Here we stand growing and expanding that remarkable legacy. So for 25 years of reach and 25 years of passion and impact and inspiration, it is indeed a personal privilege and honor, and I promised I wouldn't cry. And on behalf of my fellow Hall of Famer inductees, it is indeed a personal honor to welcome and induct Mr. and Mrs. Ray Mellado into the HENAAC Hall of Fame.
One of my favorite writers, Victor Hugo, wrote, "There's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come." And way back when we started, we didn't know for sure, but we had an idea that the time had come for us to bring forth, to try to bring forth to our nation the wonderful contributions of the Hispanic engineers and scientists who had been working and contributing to the advancement of this country for years. When I was very young, I'd go to the libraries looking for books that would tell me about people like me, people who had a name like mine, people who spoke the language that was spoken in my home. And I couldn't find them. So we started on this journey, and it has been an incredible journey of discovery. I knew you were out there. You had to be. I could feel it in my heart. And we found you. thanks to the faith that your companies and your organizations had. They sent you forward, and we found you. Thank you so much for letting us tell your story.
I am very rarely surprised because I don't like to be surprised because I don't know the outcome of that surprise. But 25 years ago, maybe a little longer than that, we went through a lot of social unrest in our community, the Brown Berets, the riots, some social unrest that a community has risen and wanted their fair share of tomorrow. I believed in that passion, but after working at Xerox for 21 years and learning what Park had done through the Office of the Future and where it's led us, it was very clear to me, if we're going to have a social movement that's not only going to help the family, the community, but most importantly, the country, it had to be with STEM talent. And I really believe that this is transforming the family, the community, and the country. I do. Lastly, the people who know me best know my roots, that I'm a coach. I got to learn under a famous coach named Johnny Wooden. His pyramid of success is well documented. And when I went for my first interview at Xerox, it's the only thing I knew. So I just memorized it and used it in my interview, and damn, I got hired. But at the very top of that pyramid, after hard work, after loyalty, after teamwork, and all the building blocks that make you great, the top building block is competitive greatness. Not Hispanic greatness, not African American, not Anglo, competitive greatness. That's why always has been our philosophy that we want to honor great engineers and scientists who happen to be Hispanic. We knew we had to set the bar very high, and we knew we can achieve it through competitive greatness. Because, ladies and gentlemen here tonight, we play to win. Thank you.